Hello everybody, my name is Nick and you are watching Photolit unboxing video of the Sony's NX100 video camera. Now with it you get the 62mm UV filter, you get the remote control, battery, it's NPF770. You get the battery charger, you get the power cable, you get the adapter, and you get the USB cable, and obviously you get the eyepiece. Now this camera has a 1-inch Type X CMOS sensor with a total of 20 megapixels. It has a color temperature that can be set from between 2300 kelvins up to 15,000 kelvins. It has a full HD at 50 frames per second. The shutter speed can be set from between 1/8 of a second up to 1/10,000 of a second. Or you can set it even up to 1/6 of a second when shooting in 24p. Lens is fixed, you have 12x optical zoom, and you can turn the lens from between 8.3mm up to 111.6mm, which is because it's a 1-inch CMOS sensor equivalent to 35mm sensor from focal length of 29mm up to 348mm. This is if you are shooting obviously in a format 16:9, but if you are shooting in a format 4:3, this is a 35.5mm up to 426mm. The iris goes from between f2.8 up to 4.5, and you can set the focus as close as 10mm at the wide angle, at the wide side, and at the tele you can set focus as close as 1000mm. It has image stabilization. The filter diameter is obviously 62, as I said before. You have the stereo jack here for headphones. You have a remote control. You have DC in, and you have a USB here. You have HDMI out. You have a BNC. It's composite, and you have video out. This side of the camera you have controls for audio. You have two HDMI's inputs here, and you have one shotgun mount here. Now you can set the sounds individually. You have input, you have whether you want it to be set automatically or manually, and you have a manual dial here for audio level for channel 1 and channel 2. It has built-in ND filter. You can set it to clear or 1, 2 and 3. You can change the iris here, focus here, whether you want it to be automatically or manually. You have 3 lens rings. You can set the gain, white balance, shutter, and whether you want to set it to full auto. Minimum illumination at 60i. You can shoot at 7.5 luxes. Same goes for 50i, but if you're shooting in 60i with low lux enabled or turned on, which you turn it on by pressing this, you can shoot at 1.7 luxes. Here you have a stop and start button. Here you have zoom controls. Here you have set controls. Here is the hot shoot, and here you have the same controls again. Stop and start button. You have a zoom control, focus magnification, which basically means that while you are trying to find focus manually, you can press this button and then zoom in order to be able to see whether you gotten the focus right. And last screen here. In order to take the battery out, you just, well, when it's in, you just press this button and then you can slide it out. Now, one thing that I found very interesting about this camera is that it actually has a lens cap, which actually is used. Unlike most cameras which have a knob here, which you can turn and then just close the lids, you actually have a lens cap. Now, even though maybe this is more practical, I find this, I don't know, I like this. I'm used to this. And yeah, it's not really as practical, but I still like it. Now this camera weighs 1.8 kilos, which is the body only. When including the lens hood, eye cap and the battery, it weighs about 2 kilos and 100 grams. Well, I could talk to you quite a bit more about this camera, but I will show what it looks like in action. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to find out more about this and some similar products, there will be a link in the description below. And well, if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like, comment and subscribe. Until the next time, goodbye.